Right, I'm going to talk about my inability to die, at least when I want to. Um, some countries do allow euthanasia, this one doesn't. Um, and I have a couple of conditions. One of them is focal and segmental glomerulosclerosis. I hope I said that right. Which is a kidney thing, and basically with the cancer, it's sort of easing off, but it's one of those things where you never know what it's going to do. Basically, yeah, about 10 years ago, they told me that the kidneys would kill me. So I had a lot of time to think about it. And to be honest, I'm at the point where I just want to die. Like, 'cause that's the problem is people are so, they have this such a visceral reaction to the word death that they won't have a conversation about it. And that's all I want people to do. Like, I'm not saying, yes, Kevorkian machines on every corner. I'm saying, can we just maybe have a talk about it? I can understand why people do not like to encourage euthanasia because they don't want to send a message that, well, they don't want to send the message that a person is not a valued member of society, regardless of how fucked they may be. But, when you're at the point where you're getting no quality of life, I think regardless of what you've been diagnosed with, I think that you at least should be heard. Um, yeah, absolutely. Like if you're getting no quality of life and you have no chance of ever getting quality of life, might be worth discussing the potential, I suppose. I'm not saying, yes, run out and kill yourself. I'm saying, have a frank and open conversation about it. But like I said, people have such a visceral reaction to the word death that they're just not willing to talk about it at all. They're like, "Ooh, no, 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 icky, icky death. Don't want to talk about death. That's so icky." And it's like, yeah, can we just be adults? I mean, the thing about death is, and this is one thing that you realize when you live with the shadow of death hanging over you for a very, very long time, is you just realize it really doesn't matter. I mean, for one, you can't avoid it. You're gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. Everyone and everything is gonna die. You can't change that. You really can't. People like to think that they're not gonna die. They say it as well. I've heard people say this. Oh, it's okay. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. Yeah, you are. Everyone will. I guarantee it. People like to think that they can avoid it. No, you can't. And I love the fact that people they think like they think like death is this big scary thing. I don't think it is. I mean, when you eat a chicken burger, you're eating a dead chook. When you eat beef jerky, you're eating a dead cow. When you wear leather shoes, you're wearing a dead cow, a part of one at least. But I don't think that death is so big. I mean, yes, it's sad. It can be downright traumatic. But I'm just saying it's natural. And it sucks when you have to be the person that's in the shit and everybody's, well, okay, I don't have any family, but I mean, doctors will still say, yeah, you have to live because fuck you, that's why. It's like, so I'm not leaving behind anyone. I don't have any family. The last family member I had was my fiance, and he died years ago. So, suicide, ironically. So, these things happen. I don't blame him for killing himself. Yes, it was sad, downright traumatic, but at the end of the day, it was still his life, and he was an adult, wasn't he? And there wasn't anything I could do to stop him because, well, I'm sure that anybody who's dealt with someone who has depression could know that, yeah, it's very hard to just change their mind and make them feel good all of a sudden. But yeah, it's to me when people are trying to keep a loved one alive and that loved one does not want to be alive, it just comes across as like, no, I'm using you. You're not allowed to die because I'm enjoying you. How dare you try and have peace, or how dare you try and, you know, just let nature take its course. No, I'm using you right now. I'm enjoying you. You're mine, and therefore you're not allowed to die because I'm enjoying you. It's just what it comes across as. I suppose I've just been really depressed the last week. I tried a new painkiller, and that's never good when that happens because it's just hard. And it was a bit stronger than I was hoping, so I've just been sleeping and puking a lot. That's all I do anyway, though. I just sleep and I throw up. And every now and then I might eat something. Because you gotta have something to throw up, of course. But yeah, I have zero quality of life. As I said, I have no family, no money, no job. And the only thing that's keeping me from sculling down methanol in the cupboard is the fact that it might not kill me. So yeah, it's not a happy subject. But I just think that can we just not have like I'm not talking about talk about with me. I'm talking about with people who you give a shit about, people who you love. Actually, talk to them about it. What would you like done with your body, or if something happens and you're dying, or if you can't talk for yourself. People just like to think that if they don't deal with these things, that they'll never happen. Got bad news for you. They happen. I know it's not fun, but fuck it. You're gonna die one day anyway. You might as well deal with it now while you still got the brain power. Chemotherapy, by the way, really fucks with your ability to think, but so does university, am I right? Bad joke, sorry.